2 murder cases? I told you something seemed off about the Nameless. Oh, she must have come across the other one. This murderer is a psycho. But I have to admit, the case should be easy to crack. It's just that their trickery runs deeper than I thought. Robin's stand-in was all ready to go. These two murders are definitely getting hushed up. What should we do? Let me think. It's too rare an opportunity to miss out on, so I gotta be careful.
Incredible gambler. Have you already exhausted your limited repertoire of tricks so soon?
There are plenty of chips, but it'd be best to choose carefully. The most straightforward has to be Robin. Remember? That masked fool once told me to find a mute as a friend. Robin is what she calls the mute. She has lost her voice, and while most people can't pick up on it, you and I cannot mistake that sound. Not produced by any voice box, but rather by the resonance of the harmony. If that girl hadn't gone hoarse from singing practice, there'd only be one possibility. Something was up with the family. Or Robin herself. To get to the bottom of this, I tried every way I could to meet her. But she died. Right before my very eyes.
A complete and utter loss. Incidentally, it seems to have resulted in your... There were eyewitnesses at the scene, and the family, in their graciousness, has tentatively accepted your alibi. However, for the foreseeable future, you shall...
Well, things aren't looking too optimistic, Doctor. I'm starting to break out in a cold sweat. Do you reckon... there's still any chance of a comeback, given how things are?
A probability? Yes, it exists, but it verges on the infinitesimal. But if you simply can't control yourself and want to try your hand, then there just so happens to be a suitable candidate. That man wants to see you again.
Who?
Sunday.
Is this a public hearing or a private trial?
If it were the former, it would hardly befit my stature to stoop to the role of a mere messenger.
Fine. Well, that's great. It's all great. You see, the dead can't talk, but the living can. Ratio, I'm convinced now that there must be something wrong inside the family. Oh, just you wait and see. That man's sister has died. He can't sit on his hands. Well, without any further ado, let's set off. Lead the way. The show is about to begin.
We're here. The Dewlight Pavilion is the Oak family's fortress and a place where heads of the families meet to discuss great plans for Penacony.
Fortress? I like this metaphor. I dealt with the warlords of the Amanica star system not long ago, and their synchronized orbital manner wasn't...
This mansion nominally belongs to Sunday, and is very befitting of its owner. Without his express invitation, the likes of ordinary guests would never grace these grounds in their lifetimes. Look around while you still have this moment of freedom.
Hey, Doc, whose side are you on anyway?
Who's to say I won't sell you out?
We'll see. When we meet the authoritarian master of the Oak family, I'll pry an answer out of it.
Follow me and I'll bring you to his parlor. Hold your tongue and let me deal with the members of the family.
You two, that's a place of business.
I was requested by Mr. Sunday to bring him the suspect. My name is Ratio. He should have mentioned it to you.
Oh, I remember you. Veritas Ratio. Your punch virtual particle clock is impressive.
Excuse me?
The one on your head. Of course, it's nothing compared to my full pocket dimension.
Right, and as I mentioned, that fantasy raiment of yours doesn't exist.
That's because you can't see it. Like I say, only family can see the glory of the mobile nights. Enough. Get going. Don't keep Mr.
It seems like the idiocy index here is no better than it is out there.
A dead end?
The door is shut tight. Looks like we're on our own.
I mean, there isn't a door. How did you get in before?
For security reasons, the family built the administrative site deep in the dreamscape, with the mechanisms hidden on the previous occasion. An attendant named Kona had gone to the side room to verify something before...
Maybe we should do the same. A reward with no risk? I'll take it.
This is double speed.
It's on me.
On the still waters of oblivion, I weep for the departed. It too shall fall. Destined for oblivion.
Time for a fun.
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall. Watch your head.
Time for a fun. Ready for another?
On the still waters of oblivion.
This is double speed. Net markers activated. Time for a good old counterattack.
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
6 nightingales facing in different directions. An obvious hint?
But are these
They are. What's wrong?
How can nightingales be so huge? They look more like torment eagles to me.
There are no eagles in the 5 families, only nightingales. Why am I wasting time with you on this?
Just as I thought. Here's...
A truly miraculous discovery. Perhaps I should offer you the chance to join the Genius Society.
Really? Well, I thought you'd given up on that already.
I was being sarcastic. Can't you tell?
Oh, impressive. So much for Mr. Sunday's reserved, virtuous image.
Do you need me to remind you? We're in a dreamscape. No matter how grand the mansion looks, it'll not affect Penacony. Stop wasting your time nitpicking the family here.
Yeah, you're right. The only way to destroy the family is death. Sunday must have thought the same.
Hold on.
Huh? What's wrong?
No, but this...
My friend? Did you...
It's a trial. You got to prove your worth to... If I'm not wrong, we need to find a way to open this door in the hall, or this place will be our prison.
Oh, an escape.
Get serious. I've no time for games.
Wow. That's an enormous sandpit. I'd love to build a tall building for myself. Once I... Oh, look. There's a noticeable gap in the model.
There wasn't a gap before. That man must have done it intentionally.
Well, with your brilliant mind, you shouldn't have any trouble recalling what...
Of course. Let's look around. When I see it, I will know it.
Fine. Feeling lucky. No dirty tricks, bust. Or maybe I'll take it all. All in.
How familiar. On the still waters of oblivion, I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Found it. This is it.
Watch your head.
Destined for oblivion.
Time for a buzz. This is double speed.
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Ready for another? Net markers activated. Time for good old counterattack.
It's on me.
On the still waters of oblivion.
All in. No dirty tricks, all right? Bust. Or maybe I'll take it all. Watch your head.
Destined for oblivion. I weep for the departed. It too shall fall. On the still waters of oblivion.
A reward with no risk? I'll take it.
Stream 4. This is what exploring the cosmos is all about.
And the nameplate reads Gulliver's Arch. Well, I'm amazed you can remember something this tiny. You know, this reminds me of a tunnel I once saw that could shrink people who had...
If I were you, I would shut my mouth. It's wise to...
Oh, this reminds me of one of those building toys. You know, with the blocks. I've never... Oh, look. The gap is closed. Yeah. Oh, good heavens.
Indeed.
Oh, Doctor, you're... Oh, actually, I think we could make this work for us. Just find a way to slip me into Sunday. Oh, fine. I was just kidding. Let's find a way to open the door.
Hello! Welcome to the Golden Hour. I am an Oak Soldier. I will be here to guide you through the tour.
And...
Hello! I am an Oak Soldier. I will be here to guide you through... Model. Generating guide. Please... Found the nearest. Please look behind model.
What's up with that? Now the family's toys are trying to frame... Oh, capsule machine. There's no mechanism on the floor. Could there be one at the top? Doctor! Do me a favor. So, I was right. These models have interiors that look exactly like the real buildings. The only difference is that no one lives in them. Funny that Sunday puts a miniature that makes him seem like a giant by comparison, right where he can see it first thing in the morning. Insecure much? Oh, one of the fragments flew upstairs. I'll need to use the pinball machine to flick myself up there. But it's tough. Oh, Doc! I'll need...
There's no need to yell, I can hear you. The pinball machine must be hidden somewhere in the hall. Finally, a moment of peace.
Stream 4.
That's it. Pleasant moments of solitude are always fleeting.
Oh, you're back! Thanks, Doc. Oh, Horatio, you should come in here and take a look. The view here is breathtaking. Honestly, you could easily squash me with just a pinch.
If that is your wish, I will do so without a moment's hesitation.
Hold on. Piece of cake. And the joyous tour of Toy City has come to an end. Makes me feel sad. Penacony isn't all bad, right? I'll use this interesting experience as a talking point at the poker table.
It's a pity you made it out of the sandpit alive. Sunday is just beyond this door. From my limited understanding, he's not someone easily handled. Are you prepared?
Yeah. Only I believe he's the one who should be prepared to fix.
Tell me about your plan.
I don't have a plan. I'll just play it by ear. There are only two kinds of.
Looks like sincerity isn't in your dictionary.
Am I not sincere enough? There's no need to emphasize it. We've got to make good use of death. That man's sister is dead. He won't be able to turn a blind eye, and that's fear. And I'll help him find the murderer. He can't do it due to his status and position, but I can.
On what basis do you believe he's incapable, necessitating the delegation to someone from a rival faction? The IPC?
Simple. Because that murderer could very well be a traitor hiding inside. That was just an excuse, good doctor. There's something wrong with that woman, and we need someone who can keep her in check. It's better to minimize the variables outside our control while we execute our... Moreover, I need to know her identity. If I'm lucky. She could be an important pawn. And it's good to have more helpful friends. But honestly, the murder case is likely unrelated to her. I believe my standpoint. There's a rat in the family. Otherwise, why would Mr. Sunday arrange a... We'll see. Using Robin's death as a bargaining chip, I'll win back my freedom and power. In the end, I'll ruin this... If the chance of winning is just beyond this door, even if that chance is close to zero, well... You can't win if you don't play, right?
Ah, the charming audacity. To think that you, of all people, might emerge victorious, dear gambler.
3 chips are enough. All or nothing.
It seems my puzzles are too effortless for you, IPC Ambassador.
I appreciate your words. And I see you put a lot of effort into welcoming me, Mr. Sunday.
Well, this isn't an invitation, but a summoning. Before I imagine this knowledgeable doctor friend of yours has been of great help, yes?
Certainly. You ought to know this better than I do. He's already faithfully fulfilled...
Yes, the doctor has assured me of your noble character. He considers you, like himself, a virtuous person. I have come to know you very well as a person, Mr. Aventurine. You're diligent, generous, and willing to cooperate. The fact that you succeeded in overcoming many obstacles just to meet me gave me the reason to believe in your wisdom and courage. But there's one thing I must ask you. That is, you've used your wisdom at the wrong place to meet the wrong person and put yourself in a situation where you shouldn't be. Witnessing a tragedy that shouldn't have happened.
You don't look too well. Am I making you anxious? If not, then it means I'm on your side.
If I wasn't mistaken, you'd just made a serious accusation.
No, you weren't mistaken. For depravity is creeping in around. There's no need for us to be evasive. Let's talk about your sister. Who could be responsible for this? Many suspect the culprit is among the outsiders, but I know. Now your noble status has become a shackle, preventing you from apprehending the murderer and avenging your sister's death. You're feeling anxious because you're out on a limb, but don't worry.
I'm immensely honored by your concern for me, Mr. Aventurine, since you're so selfless and generous. I believe you wouldn't ask for anything in return.
Well, naturally, you wouldn't incur any loss from this. I just want to reclaim what is mine. My liberty and the personal items under
The box in which the cornerstone is stored.
That's right.
Cornerstone. I've heard it's a treasured asset of the Strategic Investment Department. A sacred stone that seals the Preservation Emanator, granting significant power. And every liquidation specialist holds one. For an object so precious, it probably comes at an even higher price than other forms.
Well, I'm sure you're aware of the high level of risk I'll be undertaking to bring the truth.
Mr. Aventurine, when you're out and about, do you always make adjustments to your appearance? Your tie should be on the center line. Your shirt must not protrude from your vest. Your trouser creases should be perfectly straight. And always aligned.
Of course.
But I don't, because it's not appropriate to do so in public. You should make sure I'm not the kind that takes risks. The cornerstone must be in the custody of the family.
No room for negotiation.
Please, don't let me turn you down twice.
Sure. The gift money is good enough. I suppose you wouldn't mind that. After all...
You compromised quicker than I thought. Unfortunately, it's a gambler that needs a bargaining chip, not a merchant. I can give you your gift money. The fact that you can decisively forsake the box you asked for, what exactly is stored in it? Oh, triple-faced soul, please sear his tongue and palms with a hot iron, so that he will not be able to fabricate lies and make false vows.
What have you done?
Under the light of the harmony, all wickedness is revealed. I implore them to shed their light, and I'll ask you questions on their behalf. Next, you have 113 seconds to prove your innocence and gain my trust.
And if I refuse to answer...
You can try, and we'll see if the harmony rejects you. Question. Do you own a cornerstone?
Yes.
What a simple answer. You, too, Did you hand over the cornerstone to the family when you entered Penacony?
Yes.
Does the cornerstone you handed over to the family belong to you?
Yes.
Is your cornerstone in this room right now?
Yes.
Is your memory free from any kind of tampering or deletion, encompassing but not restricted to the techniques of the Garden of Recollection?
Yes.
Are you an Avgin from Sigonia?
Yes. You even know about that?
Do the Avgins have any ability to read, tamper with, or manipulate one's own or another's mind?
No. Does it matter?
Do you love your family more than yourself?
Yes.
All the Avgins were killed in a massacre.
No.
Are you your clan's sole survivor?
Perhaps.
Do you hate and wish to destroy this world with your own hand?
I don't know.
Interesting. Now, the final question. Can you swear that at this very moment, the Aventurine stone is safe and sound in this box?
Of course.
Looks like we can get an answer. Open it, Mr. Aventurine. It's your last chance to defend your honor. Please. Are these what you're looking for? Since you came as promised, learned doctor, does this mean that you are willing to take the side of the family in this farce?
What makes you think you can convince me?
I've heard you haven't enjoyed Mr. Aventurine's company. I also understand that you're an avid learner.
In that case, you ought to realize that a competent scholar knows their position and wouldn't forsake more vital matters for the sake of petty pride.
If you agree to assist the family, I'll share our research findings on the Stellaron. You must be quite aware that, besides the family, no other faction is willing to share such information.
Cut to the chase. What do you need from me?
I need Mr. Aventurine's comprehensive plan.
Haven't you confiscated his cornerstone? You can't expect a featherless bird to take flight.
But I've also heard the 10 elites in the Strategic Investment Department have united, progressing together in the interest...
You'll have to speak more clearly than that.
The cornerstone, which Mr. Aventurine surrendered. Was it really his?
You question whether he would entrust you with someone else's cornerstone. The 10 Stonehearts aren't as united as you think. Cornerstones are significantly more precious to them.
But you know that he's a crazed gambler. The more vocal he is...
I never imagined someone would share his way of thinking. Honestly, you should see a shrink. Bring it. The box containing the cornerstone is unique, and only IPC senior staff and related members can access it. But I happen to be among them.
I appreciate it.
Unfortunately, your guess is correct.
The golden stone. Its color and glow are similar to that of Klepoth's body.
This is the very ruse he intends to use to fool you. He won't reveal to you that the 10 Stonehearts chisel their own will into the cornerstones, granting them an unparalleled radiance. And this golden statue is also known as Topaz, not Adventurine, and it belongs to Topaz. So, do you wish to confront him?
Not at the moment. I'm more interested to know...
The safest place somewhere you'd never think of. Because he never intended to hide it. In fact, that corner...
I see. This bag. Mixing a cornerstone. More precious than life itself. With a bunch of worthless jewels.
Then he makes up some trivial excuse, downplaying the matter and requests the gift money. This is a gamble, one he's all too familiar with, betting on your single misstep, leading to a total loss.
Learned doctor, I am grateful for your help. The family will surely reward a right... As for the villain... It was all thanks to your friend with a keen eye that I could add a blot of utter failure to your storied career.
Ratio, you wretch.
Finally shown your true colors, huh? Oh, and just to remind you, you currently only have 17 system hours left to live. Treasure your remaining time. and savor the delectable aftertaste of defeat.
You might as well explain yourself a little more clearly.
What I performed on you just now was the Harmony's consecration. You were to show allegiance beneath the illumination of their grace. Yet you acted willfully, uttering nothing but falsehoods, transforming the consecration into a trial.
Is this what the Harmony represents? But is it built upon constraint and coercion?
You misunderstand, Mr. Aventurine. Punishment is meant for the irreverent. But I have seen throughout these 17 system hours, you will be unable to escape the dreamscape, or contact any of your companions. You only have 2 paths before you, and it all depends. Should you succeed, you will be able to coalesce into the Harmony and be with your family. If you fail, you will suffer the wrath of the Eternal Centurion and fall into an abyss of doom.
Sounds like I'm gonna end.
I indeed do need a servant to help me uncover the evil hidden in the family from an external perspective. I will purge when the time comes. Compare your findings with mine. If both our findings align, or if you can provide me more insights, then they will truly be able to—
Shameless hypocrites. You took everything from me and still demand the truth? That isn't fair. Your carnival reeks with the stench of cash. Nothing.
This is meant to be an act of personal virtue, not requiring the family's support. Your bag is over there. Do as you please. I believe you can trade this. Off you go, Mr. Aventurine. You?
This meeting isn't an interrogation or a negotiation. It's an outright execution.
Why would I do that, Mr. Aventurine? I'm just wondering what a passerby who stumbled upon a scene of a murder could have found out. By the way, before you go—
What is it now?
Do you truly wish to bring about the destruction of this world?
Kakavasha! Where did you go? Oh, are you in—
I got it back, sister.
You went to look for them? That's too dangerous. But I can't live without you, little brother. Promise me not to look for those catechins again.
Sister, don't be afraid. The catechins are fools, but I'm smart. I've
won? What happened exactly?
I made a bet with them. The 2 birds in the desert and me. Who will die first? They suspected me of cheating, but I didn't. I won fit.
Of course you'd win. You've always been a lucky child. Gaiathra Triclops must be watching over you. But that's no reason to push your luck by going up against those bloodthirsty, cruel catechins. Have you forgotten how— Look, this—
I'm sorry, sister. I thought you'd be happy. There'll be no next time.
It is important, but not as important as you, my dearest brother. Pain and poverty are the trials of Gaiathra Triclops. She has also granted us a chance. You're a child blessed by Gaiathra Triclops, and can lead— Listen to me.
Okay. I will swear to Gaiathra Triclops. But sister, if Gaiathra Triclops was really watching over us, then why did she not protect Dad when he was swept away by the quicksand? After all, Dad went to the catechin, and where was Gaiathra Triclops when Mom was shivering in our arms? Mom was still pleading for Gaiathra Triclops' forgiveness. Sister, everyone praises me for being smart, but I don't get it. Then how bad were our sins? So much so—
I can't seem to find any information on this artist in the Iris family archives. The photo you provided also doesn't show any matches.
Just as I thought. I'd like to ask, what kind of traces do people leave when they enter a dream?
Are you referring to the records when you enter the dream pool? The equipment will monitor physiological indicators such as heart rate, blood oxygen levels, and body temperature in real time. This data will be included in statistics and handed over to the family for the screening of any data anomalies. Immediate action will be taken once any illegal behavior is detected. Please rest assured, your vitals are monitored in case of emergencies, allowing us to wake you if necessary. This is all for the safety of our guests.
Can I trouble you to access the records?
I apologize. The hotel does not have access. This information is managed by the Bloodhound family. We can only gain access.
Looks like nothing can be...
At least we know who to look for next. Thank you for your assistance, Miss Allie. By the way, is Miss Robin doing
Fine? What does that mean? Is there something wrong with Miss Robin? The preparations...
I'm... Sure enough, no one knows about, but that Miss Firefly is truly mysterious. There's no information on her in the hotel system. Even if she's also in the running for the legacy. How is she going to sneak into the dreams?
Is there any other way to enter a dream?
The Memo Keepers have abilities that are difficult for normal people to comprehend. In the memory zone of Penacone, the hacker girl from the Stellaron Hunters used extraordinary means to unlock the Dreamscape Hotel's seal. According to the scene witnessed by her,
The Garden of Recollection and the Stellaron Hunters. Both are...
Who are you guys?
The Bravo team has arrived at their designated position, ready to execute armed evacuation operation.
Armed evacuation?
What do you know? It's more efficient this way. Just don't let the director...
Help! Help me! I spent all my year-end bonus on the snowball! I don't want my name on the department's...
Hey, check it out! That voice... Could it be...
To all guests, the IPC will be conducting special operations with the...
I'll request a beating for you lot! You've been told not to drink during work hours. Take him back to the hotel room. I'll organize a meeting later to properly go over how this incident report should be...
Miss Topaz? I never thought I'd...
Oh, long time no see, Astral Express crew. Aventurine has told me a lot about your happenings. Huh? It's fine. Do as they ask, and try to avoid any conflicts with the family. Report to me before taking any action. Yes, all right. As you see, the IPC isn't very popular here on Penacony. Cordiality from the family is a mere facade. The former frontier prison has turned around and cuffed its shackles on the IPC staff now. Only Aventurine, who carries an invitation, is allowed to attend the banquet. An entourage like us, we can only sit around in the reality hotel.
No wonder Aventurine's scrambling to partner up with someone. The IPC...
His situation isn't optimistic, I hear. You're all helping to investigate some dirt on the family, are you not? Let me know if you need any...
Thank you, Miss Topaz. We're on our way to the Hounds to verify some intel.
Yep. They're tailing us right now. Why not go and talk to them? They don't take the spotlight off me. Being constantly stared at is really uncomfortable. How does it feel to be in business with Aventurine? That's just his style. All or nothing. But Aventurine's luck has always been... Of course. As for the two cases...
We're carrying out our captain's...
We made a mistake last time, and we're working hard to rectify it now. We don't have time for anything else. Surveilling the IPC executive Topaz, ensuring that she stays put...
So that's it. They were the pair who were after Firefly.
It's you again.
Well, spit it out.
So you know each other. That's right. We're investigating a murder for the family. May we access the hotel's dream pool entry records?
Hey! The security officer instructed everyone... What murder?
Yeah, that's right. We have...
Looks like they're not going to cooperate. But they did at least tell us that the captain is at...
Why don't we just look for the security officer? Such tight security. I bet they're stumped by the case as well. Gallagher. Gallagher.
Apologies. The Bloodhound family is... Hold on a minute.
How much trouble have you stirred up exactly on Penacony?
Not possible. It was you the last time, yelling about some clockwork friendship while beating me up with that silver-haired girl. I'm not letting you get by this time. Please leave.
Huh? What kind of heinous crime?
Hold on, sir. We have documents authorized by the family that would aid...
Who exactly is this Gallagher you keep talking about? There've been a few people mentioning this name.
He didn't send you?
It was the security officer.
He'll do. He's the one we...
Sorry. No can do. The boss said that since it's a matter... Everyone, please leave.
We're really sorry for troubling you.
Another way. That's it! Didn't they... Can you perform it again? Please?
Sorry. Everyone, please... Let me... Whoa! Time to clock out!
Huh?
This...
At least he won't be getting in our way again.
I was wondering what all the commotion was. Huh. Oh.
Hello, Mr. Gallagher, sir. Judging from your tone, it...
Miss Himiko, you're too polite.
Mr. Gallagher, you even know my name?
Of course I do. You folks are from the legendary Astral Express, and honorable guests of the Watchmaker. I had an encounter with this lady in the Golden Hour. I remember that little silver-haired girl was there too. I'm sorry for what happened to that kid.
This is also the reason why we've come to visit you, Mr. Gallagher. The Express can't just overlook the death of that child. So we've decided to help the family get to the bottom of it.
The Nameless involved with the family. What an unpredictable twist of fate.
Why? What's...
It's nothing. On Penacony, everyone loves the family. No matter how much one resists the beautiful dream, when the time comes, they too will find it hard to let go. Who wants to leave a warm nest? Just idiots, little kids, and inebriated fools.
Mr. Gallagher seems to be getting at something.
You got it wrong. I'm not. You want to discuss the case? Sure. Come with me. This is...
Even after that chilling tragedy, this dream is still running effortlessly. Other than the family of the Harmony, it's hard to imagine any other power in the universe that could sustain...
The family itself is a huge, perfect building. Like a living idol. Each member of the family sees themselves as a piece of the divine puzzle, revolving around a singular core and a shared ideal. Under...
Interesting analogy. Perhaps that's why...
But the human body has its limits, and so does the divine.
That doesn't sound like the kind of comment a Galaxy Ranger would make.
Just pointing out the facts. Mr. Yang will definitely have a better sense of what's going on than I do.
Why do you say that, Miss Acheron?
The beautiful dream is crumbling. But not because of a particular eon, a particular faction, or a particular visitor. Its collapse stems from a certain inevitability of human nature. The family refuses to acknowledge this, and it has ultimately backfired as people immerse their souls in the dreamscape, where consequences and pain cease to exist, and only ease and pleasure prevail. They draw closer and closer to necrosis. Regardless of... Also, this necrosis will diffuse and spread, One piece of the puzzle's mutation will eventually cause the entire building to shake.
In the end, the dreams that people built in the name of freedom became the case. I'm sure you've gained a lot from this trip, Miss Acheron.
Of course. Don't mind me. It's just a habit. Owing to events in the past, I've become easily forgetful. It's only when this sword is unsheathed that those hazy memories...
Take your time.
That should do it. I vividly remember everything that occurred on Penacony.
The moment of daybreak. I've heard that's where the Dawn Factory, which processes the foundation of the dreamscape, is located.
Behind the dreamscape song and dance stand many imagination factories. Workers create all kinds of whimsical works day in and day out in their dreams, and they say it will suffice. Experiencing the bizarre and motley dreamscape is the... There I encountered a young woman who had just come of age. The perfect time to indulge in beautiful dreams. Her greatest wish was to one day move to the golden hour and see that for certain reasons her wish was...
Gilded Hour. It's said to be Penacony's currency.
Yes. It is a fortress-like financial city, the economic heart of the dreamscape. The Pepeshi people of the Alfalfa family are there to keep it running, sending blood that is made from money everywhere on Penacony. Everyone there is exquisitely dressed and always in a hurry. The greatest wish of the local Pepeshi people is for their future generations to work in the Gilded Hour. I've never met anyone who is willing to talk. I could only stand at the crossroads, watching crowds of people hurrying like the wind through the jungle of steel, only to deposit the alfalfa credits that they'd earned into the bank's vault. I don't know if they would open the vault's door, but before I left, I witnessed a well-dressed Pepeshi person plummet from the sky, while those around him continued on their way, unfazed.
I hear the Blue Hour is very romantic. Do you have any tales to share?
Perhaps Mr. Yang has heard. There is a large boat called the Eventide, anchored along the Sea of Dreams, where soft music and dancing persist endlessly every night. I ran into a wizened lady there. She was at the dock, waiting for her long-departed lover to return. Waiting for countless hours within the humid sea breeze, she spoke of her own youth. Like many who desired wealth and love, they came to Penacony to pursue their dreams. Alas, her lover's consciousness was lost in the dark depths of the sea. Finally, she suggested we continue our conversation on a boat in the shallows. I agreed and boarded the boat with her. But she never said it. Finally, we retreated to the beach.
The dreamscape of chic, luxury, and consumerism, the moment of dusk. My companions have been there too.
Then you all must have seen those who are attempting to realize their dreams. Or have realized them. Scattering money as if it were dust and betting it on all or nothing. Everything has a price, and everything can be bought or sold. Even dreams themselves. I saw an Intellitron there, who was preparing to auction himself. When someone wins a bid, under stipulated periods and rules, he would do the buyer's every bidding, becoming that person. That Intellitron had been auctioned off a dozen times, and I participated in his 13th. That was the grandest banquet I had ever attended. But never again did anyone cast him. This time around, there were no successful bids for him. This is what I've seen and heard along the way. Someone once said to me, Penacony wasn't like this a long time ago. I've traveled through the reality and dreamscape of the planet of festivities. Watched the tides of night rise and fall when time stopped for people. Where the spirits of the rich and impoverished. This is why I think the collapse of the beautiful dream is inevitable.
There might be a way to change everything.
Perhaps. But if this is indeed the world that people desire, If this is precisely why life chooses to slumber, should we still seek to change it?
Miss Acheron? There was a man from my homeland who, at a time when the world was grappling with deep, unhealable pain, he wove together the dreams of everyone in the world, linking people's dreamscapes, and shouldered this burden himself. From this, he created a giant, a spiritual Adam. And since that moment, the giant stood between heaven and earth, becoming the pillar of the world's existence. As a price, those who found it hard to move forward, who could not advance, forever lost their future. They slumbered in a dream, devoid of disaster and pain, living out their days peacefully in the man's created utopia. And it is because of the wishes of those people who wished not to awaken that this spiritual Adam became unbreakable.
And yet, you stand here right now, which also means that man failed.
Because people must always move towards the future. Even if human weaknesses make them pause when they truly cannot move forward, humanity will eventually seek a way to save itself. And that man, he was never a failure. Like everyone in that world, he etched the possibilities of human nature into his heart. He was the sun chaser of legend, soaring towards the sky and embracing his final victory with his fall. He ascended to heights uncharted, only to come face to face with the sun, a place not visited by anyone before. His wings would melt because of it, only for him to fall into the sea. And after that, countless others would surpass him, soaring to even greater heights.
A fitting metaphor for the Nameless's trailblazing spirit. Thank you, Mr. Yang. I know what you wish to confirm. The universe has innumerable similar, yet different worlds. In these worlds, there are innumerable people who look alike, yet don't. I, too, have embarked on journeys, encountering old friends with familiar faces on different worlds, witnessing their destinies follow, even if not completely similar. The story you just told, it overlaps with my past. And within that abyssal dream, I ended that man's life. Alone. I am not who you think I am. Nor will my home be as fortunate as your world.
I am sorry.
It's fine. I don't mind, so long as I can alleviate.
There's something I still wish to know, Miss Acheron. Under that representation of the hunt, exactly what sort of power is it?
Mr. Yang, before answering that question, I wish to continue the previous topic. I like your analogy very much. Indeed, birds are born to fly. But in a distant past, their ancestors could only gaze at the sky in envy. They saw that faraway ray of light from above the heavens, piercing through the clouds and blanketing the earth. And so, time and time again, generation after generation, the birds spread their wings and took to the sky, attempting to touch its ceiling. All because Then, what if the last bird finally soars into the sky, only to realize that the end of the light is not the sun, but darkness? Then why, exactly, do we even walk?
Long time no see. Having fun on Penacony? Acheron?
This voice, it's not Constance.
Though I don't know exactly what you are, or what you're up to, my bullets will find you. Until then, you best find a casket store on Penacony, and ask the owner to reserve a good quality casket for you, imposter.
Imposter? I see. She gave my whereabouts to someone who's tracking Acheron too. Who are you?
Huh? Did I make a mistake? Who the heck are you?
I'm the Garden of Recollection's memo keeper.
Not bad. This is the kind of tough challenge I like. You that imposter's bodyguard? Never mind. It's fine. I'll leave a round for you. So get that forehead clean and wait for me.
I don't know what you're talking about, but you know Acheron, the Galaxy Ranger, yes? I have something to ask you.
Are you asking me to write your will? Sure. Go ahead.
Not quite. I only want to ask, how exactly did she become a Galaxy Ranger? She's clearly not a path strider of the Hunt, but you are, aren't you? Tell me, what's Acheron's deal?
Sure. Heck, never thought I'd come across an ally. What a stroke of luck. Oh, well. I'll be on Penacony soon. Memo Keeper, go buy a bottle of Asdana's White Oak. That lady's passed. Well, nobody knows. But if all you want is a simple answer, sure. You best get a chair and take a seat. That woman, named Acheron, is an emanator who should not exist.
You look pale. Or is...
I didn't think you'd have the nerve to show yourself.
I thought this was exactly what you wanted. After all, I faithfully fulfilled my duties as you instructed. Just tell me if you can't hold on any longer.
So, the genius of the Council of Mundanites wants to be my Undertaker now. My, what an honor.
Yes, and I'm pretty sure the people at the Strategic Investment Department would love to be notified of your death in due time. But let's not forget, you won't be seeing them, because I'm the manager of this task.
Great. Then tell your people that Aventurine is ready to go in 17 system hours.
Oh, you've got a lot of nerve. How exactly do you plan on completing your task while your hands are tied by...
Well, my conversation with Sunday convinced me that there's a traitor in the family. That they hold the secrets of Penacony. I even managed to recover the gift money. Things haven't gone this smoothly since I walked through the doors of the Reverie. Now I'm only...
Sounds like a very elaborate way of saying that you failed.
That's all I can say. Have you forgot? Go. Do what you must. I look forward to the sight of the IPC fleet surrounding Penacony.
That's true, but what's your plan? Did you conceive...
Well, who knows? Maybe that's why I'm handing out cash even when...
You are indeed a gambler.
Well, maybe I am.
Fine. Here, take this. Open it when you're on your last legs.
What's this? Medical advice? You catch on pretty fast, Doctor. Asking me to solve a case without giving a single clue. How typical of you, wing-headed scoundrel. But the way you're all on edge about that stowaway... it's just as I guessed it would be.
Would you be willing to support my performance? And keep this... Wow, how fabulous! But...
Well, you see...
That's incredibly kind of you. Thank you.
Sure thing. Oh, by the way...
Death? That's... a pretty...
Oh, you see... I'm a tabloid reporter collecting ghost stories in Penacony. As you know.
Well, if you're up for some gossip, it's not about death, but there have been some rumors about a guest that it was like they were in some sort of coma. Nobody knows what caused it.
Thank you. Unexplained coma. That's actually what happens to your body if your brain dies in a dream. But unfortunately, the customer ended up waking up in the end. I can feel something inside my head. Is the harmony
The world. You. Wait. I get it now. This is some sort of prank show, right? You must have some cameras set up around here to film yourself doing good deeds, right? You youngsters are always looking for a quick way to get an audience. But you know what? A truly great show never comes easy.
Oh, a great show will start soon, old man. But before that, I need to ask you something. Do you know where I can find death in this dream?
Ah, I see. Another fearless youngster looking for death, huh? Well, let me give you a death. Not even remotely innovative. I bought it. The effects were awful.
Is That...
Yeah, what else can you expect?
What a joke. A monster covered in eyes. That sounds like the Memory Zone meme. The disturbing voice in my head. It's getting closer.
Take care, my friend. If you ever find yourself in danger, remember that the... You don't look good, my friend. If you...
That won't be necessary. I have some business to attend to. But thank you all this...
All right, then. If you ever need help, don't hesitate to reach out.
Well, actually, I do need a favor. As the most outstanding help...
Stowaways? How could there be...
All right. What was I even thinking? Does everyone have to go through so much torment before joining the family? Darn it. Now I just want to dig out my brain and use it as evidence.
Sip of liquor. A blissful reprieve.
Oh?
Oh. Or are you just pitying me?
You really shouldn't drink so much Soul Glad, my friend. It's not...
Oh?
The devil of Soul Glad?
They say it loves to appear to drunk people. Especially the ones...
Yeah.
You want to talk to me? Huh. Wealthy people have fancy ways to enjoy this dream. So, are you trying to be the prince from the tale, handing out...
I'm flattered. I'm no prince, and...
Another curious soul. I see. Well, that was actually the time...
How did your boss talk you out of it?
Well, she simply said, covering baseless urban... I thought about it, and she had a point. Reporting on stuff like blowing out birthday candles and getting spooked by nightmare ghosts.
Guess she's got a point.
Were you... Is this...
Yes, it's...
Is this for real? Someone is actually...
No, it's not much. Neither.
Oh, you sound just like he's an intelligent...
Hey. The Devil of Soul Glad, Dangers in the Dream, and Nightmare Ghosts. Well, surely death is a popular topic in this sweet dream.
Remember what I said. You Sigonians are better off hiding in the sewers. Look at you, snooping around and sticking your nose everywhere. Is the smell of death so enticing, my fine fellow?
Oh, it's you, masked fool. I should have guessed it. You're the imposter who appeared on TV after Robin's death, right?
I heard you got caught by the family. I gave you a clear clue. Befriend a mute. Simple and straightforward, you know? And what did you do? You messed it up and ended up as their prisoner. I told you to make friends with a mute, not become one yourself. You really let me down.
What do you mean?
You know better than I do. Who watched the little songbird that couldn't sing perish right before their eyes? You did, Blondie.
No, I mean... What did you mean by becoming one myself?
Well, it means you'll soon end up like her, unable to speak ever again. But it's a good thing if you ask me, because...
Because I'm getting closer to the truth, right?
Oh?
Why else do you think I'm handing out cheap trinkets all over the streets, fool? All part of the act. Fool's bait. The more pathetic I seem, the more likely you'll come sniffing around. So, now...
Why should I help you?
Don't you want to see Penacony descend into... chaos? Well, I can make that happen. I just need an answer to one question. Back then, did you really mean Robin?
And what if I say no?
Then I'll thank you. Oh, the word no has never sounded so pleasing.
Well done. I admit I underestimated you, but what did... Let me tell you something. There were 2 mutes, but one is dead now, and the other, though he's still in Penacony, I'm afraid you'll never find him again.
Now I'm completely sure that I was on the right track from the beginning and never strayed, fool. Right now, there are only 2 things missing from my grasp. The meaning behind the truth, and the means to expose it.
How impressive. That's quite a fancy way of saying I haven't learned anything so far.
Not exactly. I've gathered enough clues to prove its existence, and that's enough for me. As for the answers to my questions, I'll find them within 16s.
Oh, really? Only 16 system hours? Well, let me lend you a hand. Here you go. This is my precious, mutually assured distraction button, and I have one just like it. When either of us presses it, the other and the whole of Penacony will go up in smoke. If you're really so desperate for the IPC to take over Penacony, blowing up the chessboard isn't a bad idea. Start from scratch. That's where the IPC excels, right? Just press the button when you're at your wit's end. And of course, feel free to reach out to me for my hospice care, too.
Oh, a deadly button, huh? Well, I guess the family didn't take your threat seriously at all, otherwise.
I have my own ways. That's all you need.
Well, I'm afraid I'll have to decline your offer. Who knows if your little gadget will actually work. By the way, I have no plans to search for the other mute friend you speak of, but it's good to hear that he's still here in Penacony. I'll handle the rest myself. I'll orchestrate a grand finale for the downfall of the family. And at the climax, the walls will crumble, people will wake up, and those who couldn't speak will find their voices again. When that time comes, go ahead, press the button, light up the sky with a magnificent fireworks display for me. Catch you later, fool.
You're still talking big, but sure, if that happens, I'll stay true to my word. Just don't let me down now, okay?
So, number 35. You're back. Like your new lucky
Can a commodity code really be considered a lucky
Silence! I didn't give you permission to speak, you Sidonian hound.
The guys in black didn't say much, so I've no idea what you did to save your skin in that mess. But I figured you must have had good luck, so I bought you. From now on, your first task is simple. In addition to you, I've purchased... Go and play a game with them. You came out alive after 2 days. It proves that you are...
You're insane.
Testing out if you're a good
Aren't you worried that the money you spent on me will go to waste?
I've got stacks on stacks, Blondie. The slave market is never short of... But you look good. And that's why many customers are betting their fortunes on a scrawny brat like you.
How much did you spend?
What?
My price.
Huh. You really want to know? Well, it was 60 tanba. No.
I'll take my chances. 30 tanba. If I come back alive, you'll give me 30...
Are you trying to strike a bet with me? Yeah, sorry, but that won't do. Don't forget, you're just a chip. A life thrown away in someone else's hands. Either it's all or nothing. Don't embarrass me, my lucky hound.
What brings you here, Gallagher?
Some friends from the old days. Do you have a moment to spare, Siobhan?
Oh, I have the whole day to spare. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Dream Jolt Hostelry. This bar offers a wide variety of drinks, but we draw the line at Soul Glad. Why settle for ordinary when you can experience... What would you like to drink? I'll whip it up for you.
Oh, look! A lady as cool as Serval!
Who's Serval?
Oops.
Just spare them, my esteemed bartender. I'm getting up there in age, and I need some practice before I forget.
They're all under the counter. Since our guests have traveled from afar, shouldn't you whip up some...
That's exactly what I had in mind. Hey, my friends, do me if the discussion might take quite some time.
In the bar?
Why, we're in a dream, my lovely lady. You can help yourself to anything if you wish for it. Comfort...
Oh, did you hear that? She just called me my lovely lady.
Even in reality, mixing drinks is more than just throwing ingredients.
Only then can a perfect drink...
In other words, what you get from your drink is down to luck.
Can this be used for mixing drink? Oh, what should we exchange for it? Whoa! The happiness belongs to the noble. Does... Check out this bottle! The liquid inside looks beautiful. And the label reads... Dream syrup. Thick. I don't see an expiration date. But the production date is... drinking this... that's true.
Did you find the bottle of...
That's quite a stash. Not sure if it's enough.
But you have the talent. You'll attract a huge audience. You're destined for the Iris' stage, not for this rundown shack.
Come with me. We'll become the talk of Penacony, a shining light into every corner of the dreamscape. Please, Siobhan.
As you see, I'm entertaining my guests.
Fine. If you don't come along, I'll just sit here and not go anywhere else.
Just...
What's her deal? We can't discuss the—
Hey, can you do that clockwork?
Yeah, I'm counting.
You're one of Siobhan's guests, right? What can I do for you? I just don't get why she won't leave this place. Those darn iris... I get it now. I can help clear the... I just don't get... I've seen it. The crowd is going... I've seen that...
She's still not leaving. Maybe I'll have to try again.
I just don't get... I'm too timid. You don't know. I know. She probably... Well... Talking to you has got me feeling a bit down. My thoughts are maybe I should... Here's the payment for the drinks.
Amaki has left? That's good for her. Radiant Dreams, when you're ready, go to Gallagher. I can...
That being said, mixing a drink is what... So, go ahead. Nice work. You found some interesting ingredients there. Each drink has its own unique flavor, and the base ingredient sets the tone. The original formula is said to be Nunu's favorite drink. It's sour and bitter, and the bubbles burst in your throat like swallowing rusty chains, evoking thought. Now that you've chosen the base, it's time to pick the adjunct. The ingredient that'll create a marvelous chemical reaction with the base. It should give an unforgettable taste. The taste is... After those despicables sent Mikhail away, I found myself lost in the wilderness of my dreams. They say that even the dirt here oozes with...
Mikhail.
Almost there. Let's pick a decoration. Which style do you prefer? Anything? A symbol of bravery? Well, it's done. Here's to you, Trailblazer, with this glass of even the wicked. To the sad truth.
Well done, Gallagher. You're not over the hill yet.
So, are you satisfied?
Oh, the flavor!
The richness and layers of these flavors are a masterpiece. I'm not entirely sure what it all means. Maybe...
Well, if you're expecting a profound... The imagery it implies is pretty straightforward. It's just a glimpse of what this dream truly tastes like.
Does this true taste have anything to do with that
Yeah, that name does sound familiar. when you got knocked out by that masked fool girl, I think I heard...
I was right about you. You guys seem to know quite a bit. And now let's dig deeper into the case. And of course... Alright, let's start with what we know based on the clues the family has. It seems that Firefly isn't a local or an invited guest. She managed to fool me at first. My age must be getting the best of me. But here on the planet of festivities, stowaways are a common sight. You're bound to run into one sooner. But here's the thing. We only received bad news. She simply vanished, leaving no trace in the dreamscape or reality.
Huh?
That's impossible. The problem now is not that she's dead, but that it's as if she had never existed in the first place. Let me be frank. This case, actually...
dealt with before, so... death does...
You've witnessed it, so there's no need to hide. Even the shiniest city has its dark side. We're all adults here. Confronting the family based on that alone would be naive. Death may occur in sweet dreams. So what? Such events are highly unlikely and only affect a tiny number of people. If you really want to delve deeper into this case, you need to understand the true problem with the family.
I guess it's time to tell...
You're very perceptive. The Astral Express has received that music...
There's a message. Witness the impossible in the realm of dreams. Find the legacy of the Watchmaker, father of Penacony.
Hey, why are you laughing?
No, but I'm the officer in charge of this case. So how could I not know? I'm sure you must have noticed that this message didn't come from the family. You might have even guessed that...
That's just our speculation. Actually, it's hard to believe that...
Now I can assure you that your speculation is absolutely correct. The family has considered the Watchmaker an enemy for a long time. But the Hounds haven't been able to track him down, as he seems to be living only in the characters and stories he created. Let me ask you a question. Have you ever wondered why the family allowed the Watchmaker to send out such a ridiculous message to the outside world? Inviting you here and causing chaos?
So, you want to seize this opportunity to...
Well, now you understand why the Oak family authorized the Nameless to assist in the investigation, but kept you in the dark, right? Because the Watchmaker is not the legend of the Land of the Dreams at all. He's the most shameful stain in the history of Penacony, and he's the root cause of all the anomalies in the dreamscape. You don't get it? Well, I mean, Mikhail, the betrayer of the family, he's the Watchmaker. Here we are, Clock Studios theme park. Most
Wait, aren't we supposed to be discussing the Watchmaker?
The culture of a city reflects its history in the most authentic way. To you, it's a fun place. But to me, it's a prison for the planet's past. You know that Penacony used to be the IPC's prison planet, right? All the prisoners were brought here, helping the prolonged exposure to high concentrations of Memoria caused a unique phenomenon. The dreams of countless prisoners intersected and overlapped. But everything has a price, and sweet dreams are no exception. In the end, the dream world was unable to alleviate the suffering of He is Hanu, the great leader of Dreamville, the great peacemaker, and the faithful companion of the underdogs. History is always written by the winners. However, it's undeniable that Clocky is an animation that draws from Penacony. These characters not only exist in Dreamville, but also in the distant past. Once you realize...
There are so many members of the Bloodhound family around here.
They just received a lockdown order, supposedly from Sun... So many of them. We don't need to go in. We don't want to draw any unwanted... Let's find a quiet spot and continue. View here is great, right? Including Clocky.
If all the characters in the animation are based on... In the animation, he's Hanu's partner and one of the founders of Dreamville. Does that mean the Watchmaker was personally involved in that war and sided with Asdana?
It was a monumental war for freedom. Hanunu fought alongside a motley crew of masked fools, nameless, history fictionologists, mourning actors, omen vanguards, even visitors from beyond the sky. In the end, they emerged victorious. Among them was the person who would eventually be known as the Watchmaker.
But if you do the math, doesn't that mean the Watchmaker?
I'm not sure, but Mikhail was already the Watchmaker when I met him. So maybe he and...
How old are you now?
I'm 13.
No way.
Hanunu freed the frontier prison, but peace still eluded him. With limited resources, threats from the outside world, and internal conflicts between major prison districts, the future of Asdana was uncertain. It wasn't until the Watchmaker approached the family with the idea of turning the prison into the planet of festivities that Penacony...
Thus, he became known.
But didn't you say the Watchmaker betrayed the family?
No. I'm not his companion, but I am indeed a traitor. Not to the family, but to Mikhail.
What did you do?
I did nothing. Just like you, I had close companions. We dedicated ourselves to Penacony. But Mikhail was too old to protect his children anymore. So we left the family to find our own path. We were branded traitors of the Harmony. Even while they continue to praise the Watchmaker's name in the world, behind closed doors, they condemn him on a pillar of shame. Nevertheless, we wanted to clear his name. We intended to find the real traitor, the one responsible for all this, but we failed. Too much time had passed, and the land of the dreams had become deeply corrupted. After countless fruitless pursuits, I gave up. The family accepted me and made me an officer, supposedly as a form of forgiveness. But it was actually a punishment. Since then, I've been completely... I heard he died in obscurity, in a place where no one could find him. That's when
We're truly sorry for what happened. But this...
Apparently, someone has inherited the title of the Watchmaker, and has been secretly Unfortunately, after all these years, I have no idea who that person is, or if they're even real. Or just Mikhail's lost soul haunting the dreams. So, do you understand why I'm spilling all this info? Because we will find the... If it really is Mikhail's ghost, I want to meet him. If only for the last time. For those who despise me could form a line from here all the way to the entrance of the hotel. But those willing to look me in the eye and hear me out? I've told you all I know is a sign of gratitude. Thank you for listening to this old dog. Bark and all. Something just happened at the theme park. How ironic. What's so different between the stowaways projected by Penacony today?
Gallagher does have a troubled...
While Firefly's whereabouts remain a mystery. That lines up with what we've gathered so far. Now that we've confirmed a lot of...
Are your companions worried about you?
They're just checking up on me. Let's get in and get out. Seems they've made some progress. Looks like we're about to enter the depths of Dewlight Pavilion.
It's been a smooth ride. Almost too...
Let's see if there's anyone waiting to greet us. Something feels off. A grand mansion like this and not a butler or servant in sight. Well, this door is open. Looks like we'll have to invest.
Just one moment. Light. I've made myself less noticeable. The crew can explain their presence as authorized by the family, but I can't come up with any excuses for being here.
I see. What in...
The model in the sand pit. It's the golden hour, isn't it?
The footprints here are different from the rest. There are 2 sets of them. Looks like outsiders might have passed through here not long ago.
Well, there aren't any people in this mansion.
I underestimated you.
Net markers activated. Time for a good old counterattack.
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Time for a buzz. This is double speed. Ready for another?
The dead return!
Destined for oblivion.
Look, it dropped something.
A note. Look.
Seems like the mansion's entire workforce. It must have been a big project to require that much manpower.
But no matter what their main priorities are, there should all...
So you're saying...
Yeah, but I don't...
No one here either.
Since no one's around to entertain us, let's make ourselves at home. Stay close to me so that my white can cover you too. The information about Robin, Firefly, and the other victims.
Looks like the rumors were right. Death does seem to be targeting random victims. And based on Sunday's note...
He's just surprised that it has resurfaced. This light cone is securely guarded.
According to Robin's interview, despite having performed on so many grand...
I wonder how their relation...
Growing up brings gains, but...
Yeah, time has a way of smoothing things out.
As soon as I and the rest of the crew arrived in Penacony, Mr. Sunday and Robin showed up to greet us.
Robin believed it was because the Harmony had been tampered with somehow. But as far as I know...
Meaning?
If there really is a traitor within the family, that person...
That would explain why Mr. Sunday has been having... It seems neither the Dream Master of Penacony nor...
They don't seem to care much about death. Instead, they're more concerned...
Maybe the other family heads don't think death is a big deal.
Mr. Sunday has done some serious
They all seem to be insiders.
Huh? Wait, these...
What is it?
No, nothing. Maybe I'm just overthinking things.
Perhaps that's why Sunday is taking this matters.
That's all for now.
Before coming here, I had all sorts of scenarios in my head about dealing with...
Watch out. Someone's approaching.
I don't think trespassing on forbidden areas is the way to be a guest, Mr. Yang. Acheron? The Galaxy Ranger.
Our apologies, Mr. Sunday. Nobody came to greet us, so we entered without permission.
But even if there's no one to greet you, you should wait for the host. Don't you? Even without the famous Galaxy Ranger. As far as I know, the crew has officially accepted the family's commission, so coming here...
On the contrary, that's exactly why we're here. To ask you about the case and gather more information.
Well, since you've come with goodwill...
Rest assured, he hasn't figured out that we went through those documents.
While the truth remains a mystery, I'm getting close to it. I assure you that the...
Let's hope justice will prevail soon. I have a question for you, if you don't mind. With all due respect, it's in the IPC's interest to wreak havoc before the Charmony Festival, and the family has every reason to...
Well, other family heads share the same suspicions as you, but in my opinion, the true murderer would never have drawn as much attention as that ambassador did. However, I'll give you a suggestion regarding your suspicions, Mr. Yang. You should be more cautious of Aventurine. While the wicked can't break through high walls, they can plunge their evil dagger. He's a businessman, not some philanthropist. But right now, he's out there handing out his wealth on the streets. And he went to the Clock Studios theme park all by himself. Who knows? While the family is dedicated to keeping our guests safe, you never know what unexpected...
According to a Pierpoint hotline tip, there was a major breakthrough in the shocking Ejhazio Aventurine case. This fraud case has been linked to many departments within the Interastral Peace Corporation and the intelligence...
The case's main suspect originates from Sigonia 4 and is one of the survivors of the second Kataka Avgin extinction event. As per Strategic Investment Department head Diamond Sentiments, the IPC has appropriately relocated the suspect in the spirit of the Charter and will continue to conduct further investigations as to the motive of the suspect.
What pretty eyes. Tell me, do they shine in the dark?
Well, if they did, I'd sell them in a heartbeat.
You don't know how many people long for your eyes to be closed forever. As a servant, you should not resist your master. Yet, you went and killed that man anyway. No lawyer has the audacity to defend you. Perhaps you ought to represent yourself.
Not difficult, but definitely pointless.
You're pretty confident on your eloquence. Did you also think that when you lied to the Intelligentsia Guild?
Ask and you shall receive. You wanted the perfect construction material. All I did was offer a possibility. It was just a small wager. If your luck holds out, the IPC will dig something up from the golden sands of Ejihazo. Maybe even the Sand King's remains. Pity you're...
I'll admit that. What I'm more curious about, though, is why such a grand scheme failed to benefit anyone in the end, including the perpetrator himself.
Madam, I already have what I want. To be brought before you for the next high-stakes gamble.
Then let's talk about the second gamble. Tell me, what are you prepared to wager this time?
My life. I bet you won't send me to the gallows.
What do you want?
I want your Lenore to meet with me. I have something to say.
And then what?
I want cash.
It can't be that simple, can it?
It is that simple. 30 tanbas. The remainder of my... market value. With this money, I'll climb to even greater heights than you. Grasp even more riches than you. I wager you won't give me this chance. Which is why you should call him here.
Interesting. A pity Diamond won't see you. No one gets to see him. From here on out, I am Diamond's representative. And I will... You're wrong. 30 tanbas. I'll give you that. And much more than that. Kakavasha. A good name, but unfortunately destined to be buried in the dirt. You go. Pick the clothes you like. Then choose your desired identity. And then... use them well, child. May your plans never suffer failure.
Life is like a long-term investment. Those who choose correctly, do the correct things. People can't always make the right choices in their lives. But luck has always been on my side. I've never lost. Is it because Gaiathra blesses me? Well, if that's the case... But... even if I overcome this difficult trial, will I return triumphant with unending riches, never to return? I'm pretty sure you already have some idea. Lowly gamble. What? What? Am I dreaming, or... Perhaps both. Forgotten me already? When you were strapped to that... Fine. I may be crazy, but I'm not stupid. Get out of my head, newborn of the Harmony. The Harmony? Oh, don't play the fool. It's not the first time. I'm you, and perhaps even more aware of yourself than you. Of what exactly you want. You're dying. And you still want to drag a bunch of... a grand unveiling. You really think you can pull it off? Why not? Well, you may have fooled everyone, but you can't. I can show you. Before you're entirely gone, let's have a heart-to-heart while we walk. What exactly are you? Most people in this world spend their entire lives just to reach one outcome. Kakavasha, I am your future. First, I'm hearing things, and now I'm seeing them. Great. Am I going to be elevated in just a Pepeshi? No. A child? I thought minors weren't allowed in Golden Hour. Hey, kid. You okay?
What's wrong, mister?
Impossible.
They're pretty, aren't they? Sis said they're a gift from Mama Funga. Colorful eyes are said to bring good luck. Mister.
Are you alone? Where are your parents?
They're in that amusement park. Papa and Mama went in first. I'm just about to go look for them. I have to go. Goodbye, mister. Hope you...
Those eyes. And Mama Funga. No, it can't. There aren't any Avgens left.
Papa, Mama, wait for me.
Only on Penacony, am I right?
What are you still doing here?
Well, you've known all along. The family truly showed leniency to everyone who came seeking help. Why would there be a need for such high walls and deep moats? However, people don't see it like that. Especially since the flavor of the dream syrup is so alluring. You will which is why, once you step into the hotel, you remove your...
Oh, when you put it like that, even Ratio's a teeny peacock analogy sounds pleasant.
Well, you know how rare it is for me to give you the straight dope. So listen while you can. It's good timing that you mentioned the doctor. I'm especially fond of what you and he have in common. The conspiracies, calculations. Oh, when everyone thinks this way, who would even suspect that it was another trap you've meticulous... Go on. Tell me I'm right. You know who you really are, Mr. Cavalier Gambler. Uptight, overcautious, massive inferiority complex. You want so much. You're still so... They only see your big bets. It's a
Well, the best way to prevent...
My brother's,
preservation.
Oh,
my
I thought
brother's,
you were done.
well, he's like a brother to me, too. So, his father passed away over the weekend. Which was sad. Again, he's a friend of the family. The friend of the family's father's passed away. Our father's already dead. Oh, no, we don't. Mine's is dead. His is alive somewhere. I've never met him. I think he has. Pretty sure he has.
Ah, playing hide and seek. I'm really good at this.
Hide and seek. When Mama said goodbye that day, how many catechins were like jackals hot on your heat? I know you won't forget that sound anytime soon. Those shrill cackles. You had to hide right under the noses of those savages. You and Big Sis.
It wasn't...
Come on. Now you don't have to hide. You probably won't even deign to get your pretty outfit wet in the rain.
I've never changed.
On the contrary, now you're the one who does the hunting. The last round of hide and seek, and you get to be it.
That child... Could he be in here? Is this... topaz. What is this?
What? Does your cornerstone wrench at your heart, son?
I was merely curious.
Maybe that winged guy put it here. To taunt you. The cornerstone's hue is the same as the radiance of Cliphoth's body. I've got to give it to you. I've heard a lot of baloney, but that lie deserves a prize for sheer nerve. If he were just a little...
This is just bait.
Of course. That's why Ratio's betrayal was one of the keys to your plan. I have to say, that doctor's acting was superb.
Or maybe he wasn't acting.
All the better for you. Sunday didn't become head of the Oak family by acting sloppy. He's obsessed with control. You have to give him enough detail to satisfy his meticulous needs, which is why you had Ratio seek him out and leak the plan on purpose. To prevent the other party from suspecting anything. The intel you gave to Ratio was all true. He spoke of the same to Sunday. Finally, Sunday took the bait, found the other cornerstone, and before you know it, everyone's distracted enough for you to steal the third stone.
Why don't you stop rummaging through my mind?
Your mind. It's our mind. You're me, and I'm you. The best way to prevent others from seeing your true colors is to first be able to fool yourself. Really? You can't.
What do you mean?
This is the other cornerstone in Sunday's hands. Rather beautiful green. Just like you. Smooth. Cunning.
Nah, I played some games where the music was good, but the boss was just...
Must I do all the work?
Uh-uh.
Aventurine is the stone of luck and trickery. That's what she said when you received the stone.
The only the main, or I would say the only video game that holds true to this day, you walk into an open field or open room,
In fact,
probably about to
it's
get
often
murdered or
used
something.
as a substitute. And that more precious gem is...
I got my mic. You can't hear me?
Jade. Even Sunday can't
No,
tell
I
the
said
difference.
if you
Jade can be
walk into a
substituted for
open
Aventurine,
area or a open room, you're probably about to get murdered.
Sauce for the goose.
Aventurine, Topaz, Jade. 3 elites, 3 cornerstones who, for a measly penny...
As I've said before, 3 chips are sufficient. All or nothing. But will it be the former or the latter? We'll find out soon enough.
So, where's the real Aventurine stone? Take it out, let's have a look.
Suddenly you don't...
I just want to hear you say it. After all, it really does resemble its owner.
As you wish, then. They never went anywhere. Piled up with these cheap baubles.
You smashed the Aventurine stone before you left? Oh, just look at it. Shattered. Just like your life. Poor thing. A humble pebble coated in the most lustrous sheen. I take it back. This thing is far more precious than your life. You're absolutely clear about the consequences of doing this. Blasphemy against Cliphoth's body. You think the IPC will let you get off scot-free?
Well, Diamond has always been all about results. As long as I could create value far beyond the cost, the ends justify the means. How else would the family be fooled if there was no price to pay? It doesn't matter. Even smashed to smithereens, the Preservation's cornerstone can still be used. Its effect may be greatly diminished, but it's enough for me.
Now I'm really curious. Why does every step you take involve reckless risks, and the choices you prepare for yourself always come with a strong impulse for self-destruction?
destruction. Do you truly believe that the greater the risk, the greater the rewards? I wouldn't have guessed you'd be so loyal to the IPC. There is so much you don't see. Which is also why you'll never see it. That is, if you can do what it takes. We'll just have to wait and see then. The cornerstone is gone. Another illusion of the harmony.
Hello. We meet again, Mr.
Yes. We meet again.
Of course. Big Sis is there too. I'm so happy. On her way.
I think you...
Yes, that's it. Putting many drawings together. And they put me, Papa, Mama. You should give it a try too, mister.
Sure. How's that? Boring. Why aren't you talking? You've piqued my interest. I'll admit that... Well, you sound sincere this time. Well, sincerity is one of my traits that everybody likes. And I have precious few of those. Moving on. See that maze over there? I'll know everything about you. Our quaint journey through this amusement park still isn't over. And I would...
So tall. There are so many flowers here. Big Sis, this one's for you.
A dead... Oh, what's on your mind? It's got nothing to do with you. Do you need a hint? These are manacles on you. That man gave you your first job. You wrapped that iron chain around your fist. For that is the only tool you could find. Then, in that vein... Shut up! Oh, you don't wish to face your past. Unwilling to admit that your life is worth... Well, from what I see, you refuse to confront it. Because it only proves... How could a weak person take such daring risks? Oh, that's right. You love the thrill of danger. But you refuse to let go of meaningless sentiments. In your hands, those who follow you could have become Joker cards. They're far more useful that way. It's not like this is the only place the family ever cut corners. Could have had tons of action if you weren't so all or nothing. All it takes is a meager sacrifice. A pity you're not in. Well, you wouldn't be in this state if you could just get with the program. And why couldn't you? Those techniques you mentioned are highly efficient, but it's not that I don't know about them. What fun is it if the fight isn't fair? Fair? You assume your opponents would fight fair in the first place. The odds are obviously not in your favor, so how... Well, she gave me an answer. You mean it could make all the cards on the table? That's cheating.
If these leaves could be brought back, would they bloom into new flowers?
Expression right now is hard to put into words. The lucky charm Mama left you is made from gold. Why did you never consider selling? You obviously could have lived a normal life like Big Sis that way. Mama only left us with 2 pieces of jewelry. A necklace and a lucky charm. That's what you always say, but you actually regret it, don't you? You can zip it if there's nothing to talk about. I know. You must remember what Big Sis told you. You're a child blessed by Gaiathra Triclops, and can lead the clan to have... The words still ring in your ears, don't they? You're a good kid, so you definitely won't have forgotten. So, you surely won't forget how tragic her last moments of life were. How the piercing laughter behind you felt like it was drilling into your heart. Tisk, tisk. A lifelong regret, indeed. Enough! Do you not have anything better to talk about? Oh, shut me down like a champ! Well, I guess when it comes to mind games, I think I finally get you. And woo! You are nuts! In the end, I'll ruin this beautiful dream and create the grandest death. Well, you stuck to that start to finish. Think about it. There's a Stellaron in play, the fabulous Robin loses her voice, 2 unsolved murders, cryptic messages from a masked fool, and a chance to go head-to-head with Sunday himself. The only thing to pique your interest is one word. The last word. A word that's right there at your fingertip. Death. But whose, exactly? Well... Alright then. Reserve a seat for me in the audience. I'm curious if you could start over. Would you still want to be the child who received Gaiathra's blessing? It's so quiet this time. Is he finally gone? Or am I the one about to disappear? Finally, made it out of this place.
We're going home? But I don't want to go back yet.
Where are you going?
There's only one place he can be going, whether it's in the past, present, or future.
Mister, is that you? I hear the sound of leather shoes. Ah, it really is you. I don't know why, mister, but you always give me a special feeling that makes me more... It's sad that I can't get to know you more. We have to say goodbye.
You're going back?
Yes, I should go home. The day's getting dark, and
You're home. Where is it?
what a strange question. It's where Papa, Mama, and Big Sis are. In this dream. This amusement park. This beautiful dream. But, mister...
Because they're not here. Where are they then? I don't know. You do know. But there's... Admit it. You're tired. We all are. Which is why we chose to stay here. Me... and him. Your past... and future. How long will you stay? Forever. We'll be with you forever in this dream. This is the greatest honor that we can offer to those who hurtle towards death. The road less traveled is less traveled for a reason. But you've never gone in any other direction. Your own life is the chip you're most eager to lay down. Always has been. You don't care who the real murderer is. And the Watchmaker's so-called legacy couldn't be more boring. What you want, what you need, is to be the smooth operator, the solid gold deal maker who doesn't waste a drop of sweat, even when he's up to his neck in danger, deep inside family territory. You want to be polished up, cuffed with red-hot chains in spotlit center stage. You'll be the closing act, the final sacrifice. I can do it. Of course you can. Your luck will help you at the right time. Stellaron and an emanator. It's that... place at the table. And as for you, you'll just happen to slip the leash, leave the rat race, extract yourself from this endless department. This isn't the first time. You've been an escape artist from day one. This fiasco started with it. Oh. So that's why Diamond chose you. He's just after Penacony. No matter the means, no matter the price. It's hard, isn't it? Well, don't get soft on me now. What, did you I was born from yourself. I'm well aware that climbing out of the hole you've dug is basically impossible. I can't stop you from doing what you want. We can't change where you want to go. Well, what's done can't be undone. All we can do is play the cards we're dealt and rake in as much time as possible. Yes. Alas, people won't make all the right choices in their lifetime. Though luck always seems like it's... You will keep winning, having never lost before, but why you? Why must it be you? If all your luck is built on the pain of someone you love, on the loss of dozens more. If these windfalls, these jackpots, aren't a gift from Gaiathra, then what did we do to deserve living in... Maybe when I get to where I'm going and... Fine. Time to make a move, my friend. Say goodbye to the kid before you shuffle off. It's best to die without regrets.
And now... only we are left. Can you take a photo?
Sure. Look at the lens when you're taking a photo the next time.
Sure, I will.
I can't leave yet. I still have a
Oh, let's go then.
Sure.
So you're an actor? No wonder your clothes are so stylish.
I'm actually a... merchant. But I do have a show to do.
Are you the same as those men in black in the sky? But you're not wearing black.
Only ordinary employees have to wear that. My position is much higher than theirs.
Awesome. I hope I can become as good looking as you when I grow up.
Of course you can. You'll be better and stronger than me.
Behind this curtain is the great... It's almost time to go on stage. Are you ready? Good luck with your show.
Thank you.
Let's put our palms together. If you receive Gaiathra's blessing, you'll feel more relaxed. Putting our palms together is a simple ritual. By putting our palms together and reciting the prayer to Mama Funga, if you're not familiar...
It's all right.
This is where we go our own way, Kakavasha. The Catechins are coming.
Why? The Catechins have already taken all our money, food.
Catechins are bloodthirsty, cruel, and insatiably good. This is a trick. An act of revenge. Remember? Today, they know the Avgin will surely hold a festival today. With the aid of this rain, they will come to destroy our world, do the Catechins know? This time, we will fight back. The men in black that descend from the skies are on our side. Without this rain, the Catechins would never take action, and we would not have the chance to turn the tide. This is a gift from Gaiathra, and you are...
But people will die, and you will be...
The Avgin always return their blood debts. Gaiathra calls for me, while Papa and Mama are waiting for me. I must answer the call. She will bless you with good fortune, as long as you are alive. The blood of the Avgin will never run dry. So run, Kakavasha. Do not be afraid, and do not look back. Go to the other side of the mountain. As for us, we will reunite in Kakava's next aurora. May the goddess Gaiathra close her eyes 3 times. Keep your blood eternally pulsing. Let your journey be forever and your schemes forever concealed. Farewell, Kakavasha.
Newsflash from the Interastral Peace broadcast. The IPC Marketing Development Department spokesperson confirms that the insurgents are from a local clan known as Kataka, which has a long history of disdain towards the IPC.
The clan launched a massive attack on the Avgin, who were under the protection of the IPC, resulting in 6,728. The spokesperson expresses his deepest condolences. Finally, he proclaims, the hammer of preservation will fall on all beings.
Kakavasha? Bye. Okay. All the actors are in place. It's time for the show to begin. This act is dedicated to you. I hope it'll be an unforgettable memory for you. Kakavasha.
By the way, before you go, I have a personal... Do you truly want to destroy the world with your own hand?
Let's assume, just assume, then I would be quite happy to make that wager.
Is this Miss Acheron? Hello, I'm Himiko.
Hello, I'm March 7th. I'm sure she needs no introduction, as you definitely...
Hello? None of you seem surprised by my arrival.
Since Welt has decided to travel with you, it means that he trusts you. And we
Miss Acheron here doesn't present a danger, and she's of no threat to the Astral Express. Aventurine's prior act, which is why, before we continue working together, he has a duty.
You want to... create?
There must be some deeper meaning behind Aventurine's actions. In that sense, the Astral Express's role in his plans would... Assuming things do escalate to that stage, having an extra ally is a good insurance policy. Penacony has numerous factions, and the state of affairs is significant.
You're talking weird again. But it's a good vibe. No matter what, we can't ignore the safety of Penacony.
To solve the mystery of the Watchmaker, it is crucial to get the IPC's intel.
Sounds like we've reached a consensus.
I will accompany you.
Let's move out then!
No need to rush. If he truly has laid a trap, he...
Ladies and gentlemen, the most wondrous, most magnificent, the IPC cordially invites everyone.
Look, should both the performers and spectators fail to arrive...
Let's get going, everyone.
Oh, I have a bad feeling. Let's waste no...
Mr. Yang. Why did you not tell your companions about my true identity?
It's just like you said, an inability rather than an unwillingness. Plus, it's a long story, not something that can be summed up in a few words. But I chose to believe you, and my trust in you stems more from my own personal judgment. I also believe that if it were their choice to make, they would make the same one.
Thank you. I'm grateful. To reciprocate. In the upcoming confrontation, if the odds aren't in the Astral Express's favor, I will stand with you if my meager strength is required.
We're back here again. Aventurine actually chose a really conspicuous location. That guy's really taking it to a whole new level.
Not a soul in sight. The hound... Everyone, pay attention. The other party has obvious...
Astral Express, you're late. And this, unsung guest.
We've kept your appointment, Mr. Aventurine.
Oh, I will, naturally. But before that,
Everyone, give it up for Miss Stellaron!
Let me remind you that in all likelihood, this stage and her identity have nothing to do with the one...
Oh, no, they do. Of course they do. Because she's the only one who saw all 3 homicides. She is the key to proving that the family's death does not exist in Dream's promise is nothing...
3 homicides?
That's right, madam. The 3rd one is about to happen right. A truly great... You, and you. You will become the personification. Oh, don't underestimate the preservation. Let me be a little clearer. I will detonate the Stellaron in you and cause a BAM! The entire theme park will be reduced.
Your bluff isn't fooling anyone. If you could really do that...
You wanna bet? Sure. I'll bet with you. I'm betting...
You won't do it.
Of course I can. I came from the wastelands of Sigonia. For just 60 red copper coins, people paid to brand me. Put me in chains. But the sun could not kill me. And the quicksand sent me back to the embrace of the Guild and the IPC. Bear in mind, have you ever heard the saying, sleep is the rehearsal of death? Why do the living sleep? Every night is practice for the end. You and I are escaping into our dreams for fear of death at this very moment. Friends, the game has commenced, and you cannot choose to decline, nor do you have any reason. The dice are cast. Ladies and gentlemen, ready to unveil your cards. The Architect's flawed stone. Of no value at all. I'm putting down the bet. I'm taking the gamble. I'm claiming the win. Oh, and fate spin the wheel, a daring gamble. Walking the brink of death for rebirth. Oh, for the Emperor Lord! All right. Let's see who has the last laugh.
Let the game begin!
From the still waters of oblivion, I guide the wandering soul.
Can you let me have some fun this time? Inputting commands.
Pity, you chose the wrong enemy.
I weep for the departed. Dusk's reign, it too shall fall.
Abyss flower, bloom.
Thanks for the support. Enemy data secured. Net markers activated. Time for good old counterattack.
Double dip!
All or nothing.
Existence as fleeting as the dawn still, destined for oblivion.
Huh. More enemies.
I weep for the departed. Dusk's reign, it too shall fall.
I'll contain them.
Receive divinity.
Don't worry, it's just a scrape.
That which is seized must be repaid. Abyss flower, bloom.
Good as new.
Eternal sleep is not the end. The dead will return!
Prepare for some hard work.
On the still waters of oblivion, I guide the wandering souls.
You took the bait just like that. This happened. This combat needs optimizing. At this speed, too slow.
down from above. Did you come here of your own volition? Or was it fate? I weep for the departed. Dusk's reign, it too shall fall. Existence as fleeting as the dawn's dew, destined for oblivion.
Can you let me have some fun this time?
Oh!
Even on a losing streak. As long as people still have hope, they'll keep throwing money on the table. It's the chance. The potential is what you hang on to. That's what justifies the gamble.
In the still waters of oblivion, I guide the wandering souls.
Prepare for some hard luck.
Not good.
Receive divinity.
Good as new.
I weep for the departed. Dusk's reign, it too shall fall.
Huh. More enemies. Commencing support. Ready for another?
Eternal sleep is not the dead will return. That which is seized must be repaid.
Did you come here of your own volition? Or was it fate? Existence as fleeting as the dawn's dew, destined for oblivion.
The dice are getting all or nothing! Double down!
Eternal sleep is not the dead will return.
Another journey begins. I weep for the departed. Dusk's reign, it too shall fall. In the still waters of oblivion, I guide the wandering soul.
Abyss flower, bloom.
Good at smooth. This combat needs optimizing. At this speed, too slow.
Final play coming down from above. Scoundrels on board!
I'll contain them.
Did you come here of your own volition? Or was it fate? Existence as fleeting as the dawn's dew, destined for oblivion.
Pity, you chose the wrong enemy.
The dice are getting all or nothing!
I weep for the departed. Dusk's reign, it too shall fall. From the still waters of oblivion, I guide the wandering souls.
You took the bait just like that? Time for a buzz. Ready for another? Enemy data secured. Net markers activated. Time for good old counterattack!
Prepare for some hard luck.
So familiar.
Receive divinity. Eternal sleep is not the end. The dead will return! That which is seized must be repaid.
Another journey begins. I weep for the departed. Dusk's reign, it too shall fall.
Enemy targets detected. Enough.
Abyss flower, bloom.
Thanks for the support.
Eternal sleep is not the... The dead will return!
I weep for the departed. Dusk's reign, it too shall fall.
Everybody's like that, down to the last player. So why can't I be happy too? Why can't I feel that free? Always hide your ace with a straight face. I'm starting to get a little impatient with you all. Friends, to fully relish this, I'm betting every last chip. Only by casting aside reason does one truly gamble. Emanator, I know you'll match my wager, right?
You're leaving?
Perhaps. I might pass through the place you mentioned.
Penacony. What do you hope to find within a dream?
I'm not looking for anything. They aren't in a dream.
I'm afraid the family will not open the doors for you.
Why?
Because the path you walk is not accepted by the Harmony.
Even if... that's not what I want.
Precisely because it's not what you want. Because they are not like other eons. They have never glanced at anyone. And they never need to. They leave woven strands of fate for humans to walk. And together, they weave a great shadow. And this shadow silently envelops them.
There are always those who rise from the shadows.
They mostly become a part of the shadow.
In your eyes. Am I the same?
You still have a strand of color. But not much.
That is enough. Before they vanish completely, I will reach the Nihility's end. I wish to mourn the departed, weeping like rain, to swell the crossing stream. As the tide arrives, leading you back home.
A gigantic black hole. And see, have I succeeded?
Welcome to this sad world, Kakavasha. Your good luck is the most precious wealth we all Avgin have.
You came out alive after 2 days. It proves that you are the real deal.
Wealth, status, power. The IPC will give you whatever you want. As for us, we will reunite in Kakava's next Aurora.
It's a pity this is not the place you were expecting.
Melody, is it?
Perhaps to you, I am just an emanator who's hiding her identity. But the sleeping and shapeless never glance at anyone. They have no face, no form, and even less of a will to speak. The Nihility envelops everyone equally. Only some who have gone under their shadow can go farther, tainting themselves with more Nihility. That's all.
That's all. My friend, you really leave me at a loss for words. So, is this my final destination? The land of the dead?
This is all but a fleeting dream. One of the thousands of manifestations of IX. Under the watchful eye of Nihility, we momentarily linger here before moving on to our own paths.
It seems that my death has already been determined.
Even if you wish for it, I can't promise you anything. Now that you've accomplished your goal, I think you can be a little more forthcoming.
What do you mean?
Your performance at the theme park was wonderful and grandiose. A simple yet practical technique that fooled almost everyone. No one would have ever thought that you would have gone to such lengths. Even staking your life just to prove a fact that had seemingly been disproved long ago. Real death does not exist in Penacony's dreamscape.
Why would I do this?
Because this is the only way you can uncover a secret that is even more unspeakable than the serial murders. To use this dream death to get there. To that promised land people constantly seek in this grand gathering, Penacony. The legacy of the Watchmaker. The true land of exile.
How did you find out?
I never imagined that something I learned about unexpectedly would become the key to connecting everything.
It's our Stellaron friend's identity, isn't it?
I see you're in the know.
Let's just say I'd put money on the possibility. The murder isn't nearly enough to disrupt business as usual. Even if there were 1 or 2 murders on Penacony, most people wouldn't be... This dream of theirs isn't a boundless sea. It's a lonely island. The family used the Harmony to build a high wall and isolate them from the vast and treacherous ocean of the outside world. That barrier they built keeps death out. But it also keeps the secrets that are lost in that watery abyss from floating to the surface. In a beautiful dream, free of suffering, who would want to go fishing for those secrets? No one.
Unless someone goes to the other side of the barrier and lives to tell the tale.
Someone already had. I got the idea early on, chewing on that masked fool's little hint. If a mute isn't someone who cannot make a sound, then it has to be someone who cannot speak. Someone who survived the treacherous depths, but is unable to take the stage and speak the truth.
Hint? Is that not proof?
Well, proof is the one thing I don't have. The only thing that can prove these conjectures is for the family to come clean. And with the way they... But you don't need proof to have a suspicion. And for me, suspicion is enough. I didn't need to find the Memory Zone meme. I just needed for someone to kill me like it killed that silver-haired girl.
You don't sound very confident to me. Going out of your way to make citywide broadcasts in an attempt to involve more people. You are simply betting on the possibility of someone being able to break down the barrier. You're very lucky that fate has decided to let us cross paths. I happen to be equipped with a very sharp blade. Sharp enough to slice through the veil of dreams. I can also carve the Harmony's brand off of you. You possess great cunning. Deliberately setting us up to be on opposing sides. Constantly repeating the words of the Emanator in front of others. Leaving me no choice but to draw my blade against you. And that's how you win. Opportunity and strategy. Both are essential. And in your plans, the IPC always wins. Even if you lose the bet.
Well, it's a huge gamble, isn't it? But allow me to point out a mistake. The IPC's success is not guaranteed. Detonating a Stellaron, I can't do it. The Aventurine Stone is too broken to even safeguard my escape from the stage. If, at the end of the day, you did not unsheath your blade, I would have lost the bet.
It is pointless to discuss what-ifs. You have won. Your prize is an entry ticket into that deep sea. And after this, whether you can return from the abyss is another gamble of yours. Have you never wavered?
Wavered? Of course I have. Because other than that, I have nothing.
Wake up from this dream and go to where you should be. Your gamble is not over yet.
Before we part, can you answer one more question? As someone who has traveled on that road, why are we born into this world? If it's just to die.
I don't think this, and never have. Nor do you.
But the nihility envelops you and I. And everyone.
And because of that, it's pointless.
But it is still there. If the dice of fate are always weighted, then that is our destiny. Why, then, do we struggle against it?
My answer might not be able to resolve your confusion, because it has been with you throughout your journey and is already a part of your life. But you said, sleep is the rehearsal of death. So why does life sleep? Because we are not ready to welcome death. So you can definitely understand why we want to be prepared. Even if the ending has been predetermined, that's fine. There are countless things, but before the end, there are many things that humans can do while on their journey. And because of this, the end will thus reveal a completely different meaning. Take a good look at your pocket. Your friend has already given you the answer. Good luck.
Then I shall get going.
Mister? You're leaving? You ultimately chose to leave this dreamscape?
Yes. Because they are not here. My papa, mama, and big sis.
Then where are they?
They are in a place where everyone will go. A very, very distant place.
Then are you going to?
I'll get there one day, but not now. There will come a day when the sky will drizzle, and I will hear the call of Gaiathra Triclops, and know that it is time for me to go, and be reunited with my family, so... until that time comes... I should be preparing.
Preparing? For what?
Well, preparing to face them, Kakavasha. And to make them proud.
I know you'll be able to do it. Good luck.
Well, of course. For I am a child who received the blessing of Gaiathra Triclops.
Yo.
But you still seem nervous.
I'm alright. Trying to get the Friday, bro.
Well, I seem that way because I am nervous. What do you say? One last time? Put our palms together?
You said what?
Are you going now?
Yes.
It's good doing the story. So it's good doing the story.
May the Mother Goddess thrice close her eyes for you.
New
keeping your blood
eternally pulsing.
May your journey be forever peaceful.
And your schemes forever concealed. Our paths will cross again beneath Kakava's shimmering auroras.
I don't think this is the end of this story, but like this is like a major
Farewell, Kakavasha.
patch.
The light of the Aventurine Stone has disappeared. This only represents one outcome.
He kept his promise and got what he wanted.
As planned, your cornerstone has been successfully sent to the family's territory. Then...
let's fulfill our duty and start harvesting. I come for an audience. I come to fill wine. And I come to claim. I bestow poison in the guise of sweet dew. Come the toil of spring and yield a fall. I patiently wait for the branches to be heavy with withered fruits. All for the Amber Lord.
You're awake. I've been waiting on you for quite a while. You've met me before. I'm Sam, the Stellaron Hunter. I originally planned on showing up earlier to reveal some truths to you, but I encountered more roadblocks than expected. 11 times I've tried, but ended in failure. Before I knew it, this world and I became too intertwined, and it became too difficult to escape the constraints of the script. Elio is right. In this land of the dreams, you and I will reap unforgettable gains. I don't know people's hearts as well as he and Kafka do. Nor do I have a specialty like Silverwolf and Blade. Most of the things that I'm good at only apply to villains who need no mercy. So, there is only one method that I use. This is to show you.
All that I am.
Labyrinth-like corridors and halls? Traps everywhere? The owner of this mansion must be a bit paranoid.
You are so funny, Mr. Security Officer. I hope that sense of humor of yours has helped you find the serial.
Just expressing a personal opinion. Why? Did I hit a nerve?
Mr. Gallagher, my patience is wearing thin. Neglecting duties will only make me more suspicious that you and the real serial killer are connected.
Scoundrel, punk, drunk, hooligan. I have heard this trash talk all too often. But I have never once thought that I'd be treated as an accomplice to a murderer. I take back what I said. Your problem isn't paranoia. You're just crazy, you know? Lunatic. You, the family, you broke my spine and pulled out my fangs, and now you want to accuse me of murder? Ridiculous. Only idiots who've drunk too much Soul Glad will berate a stray dog in the streets. What exactly is making you say all this nonsense? You should be more concerned about the Outworld visitors who are making a scene in the theme park than me.
I don't need you to remind me. Once that ambassador walks through the doors of the mansion, I will know what he wants. My servants see everything. His little magic tricks may have fooled me. Why do you think that I just let him go? And why do you think I emptied the theme park stage? Because my target from the beginning has always been you, Hound. The more noise he makes, the more opportunities I have to make you and your true master pay in blood.
If I were really the murderer, why would you need to be so secretive? Ha! I forgot. You also have a difficult master to serve. telling you to ignore the murder case and focus solely on that Charmony festival. Isn't that right, my brother?
Looks like your disguise has helped you successfully understand every facet of the family.
Disguise? You must be blind to be accusing me of being a fake. Open your eyes and take a good look.
Indeed, every part of you is real. The brown hair, soft and curly like Benny's. The orange eyes, which make me miss the gaze of Sir Whitaker. That odd scar, the mark of Wolsey. And the gray vest, tie, hound emblem, bottle, the bartending, and your role as a security officer. These are all true traits from all 52 loyal family members. When they are gathered, countless tiny truths are woven together into a lie. You collected a small piece of each of them and claimed them for yourself. Then you invented this facade. A complete Gallagher. Tell me I'm wrong.
You have guts, I'll give you that. Not bad. I severely underestimated you. Admirable. But so what? Can this prove that I murdered your sister and that stowaway?
This proves that you and the Memory Zone meme death are linked. And that's enough. Listen up. I don't care how you did it. I only care about one thing. The answer to a question. You devil. You wretched, despicable dog. Why did you kill her?
You know, in the thick of things, people are blind to the grit in their eyes. Yet they can always feel it scratch. Want the answer? I'll give it to you. The whole thing is just fate playing a cruel joke on us.
That was kind of crazy though.